I'm the man now. Nobody ever gave a handout. For the stretch, talking grams loud. Cut them off, get a handout. Bro talk, what's that about?
Yo, what's going on, people? You know who this is, yours truly, Tay Wiz, of course, coming live and direct from the man cave as usual. For those subscribers out there that is not subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that bell. If you're not subscribed to my Twitter page, hit that bird at TAE_WIGGS. And of course, the link to my website is down below. First and foremost, as we watched the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors game last night, this is a good game, I must say, because I'm one of the few guys that picked the Rockets to win this series in 6. So right now the series is 1-1. As the game unfolded, I thought the Golden State Warriors came out with that urgency. You know what? We're going to take our time. We're going to get our shots up. And we're going to do it our way. But it didn't happen like that. I looked at the game where I know Golden State Warriors won the jump ball. As they won the jump ball, they ran the play for a screen to the right side of the floor. Klay Thompson hit a 2-pointer from 15 foot from the wing. It went straight in cash. So as that goes through, I said, okay, you know what? I'm looking at, oh, wow, the Warriors already coming out, already on fire. But as the game unfolded, the Houston Rockets was attacking the Warriors all night. Going to the hole, getting everything they want. Now look at where James Harden kept attacking Steph Curry. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. As I'm watching this basketball game and watching how Steph Curry responds on defense, I know he's not the best defender in the world, but something is either wrong with that ankle or that leg. I don't know which one is it, but something is not right there because he's not getting that same movement and same bounce that I normally see from Steph Curry. I'm normally seeing Steph way more bouncier, way more elusive on the floor. I didn't see that last night. I definitely didn't see that. James Harden crossed him over and he hit the deck again. This is the second time this series that Steph Curry got crossed over. The game one was Chris Paul, got his get back. And last night, it was definitely James Harden. It's something that is not right with his ankle or the leg because like I'm saying, he's not getting that same movement. And I realized and I thought after that, when Houston went another run in the opening of the first quarter, they was up by like 19 or so points. I'm looking at where this team knew, hey, yo, we're going to keep attacking Steph, man. Steph is hurt. So that's what they was doing. They kept attacking Steph, Chris Paul, and definitely James Harden. And I'm looking at where there's nothing you can do with a Kevin Durant out there on the floor. There's nothing nobody can do because KD going to get his regardless. As I go through with Andre Iguodala, who played a good game one, he didn't show up. And he had 5.6 rebounds. It was a mismatch out there for him. You know, they put their little lineup in. They call it the Hampton Five or the Def lineup. Well, the Def lineup got ran last night. And you see the look on Steve Kerr's face. When his team lose, he lose at the same point in time because he's the coach. It's looking like, man, we the Golden State Warriors. This can't happen. That's the type of arrogance that this team have. That when they out there on the court, they feel like they can't be beat. You can be beat. You gotta, the way they beat this team, you have to attack the hole. And I always say this. If you want to beat the Warriors, you gotta guard the 3-point line first and foremost. They get a check for that. You have to attack them, a check for that. And the reason, those two things that the two things that the Warriors did not do, they did not defend. They did not attack on the other end. It happened to them. The Rockets came out and said, no, we're going to attack you guys. We're going to guard the 3-point line. We don't mind. KD can get his, but we can't let the other 3 players go off. And which they did. And now I was looking like I was baffled at the game, the way the game inspired, because we knew that Houston is one of these teams that if they miss threes, I knew they're going to come back in the next game and all Rockets going to be go. All systems go. They're going to hit from everywhere. KD, 13 for 22 from the field. He had 38 points and nothing else. We had 3 rebounds, no assists, no steals, no blocks. So his whole thing was, you know what? I'm going to get out there. I'm going to just get buckets. They lost the rebound battle, 36-47. He's shooting all them shots. Now, one time I see Kevin Durant try and go get a rebound last night. That's another reason why they lost too. Normally, when he had about 4 or 5 rebounds, they win games. Because his rebounds leads to straight points on the other end of the floor. So no rebounds I mean, no rebounds. I mean, no assists. Rather, I'm sorry, no assists or no steals. So I didn't see none of that from KD. He didn't play that much. He didn't play that much great of defense. Normally Draymond Green, I would say, Draymond Green have a good game, but last night he didn't have a good game. He had 6.6 rebounds, 6 assists. He could have been more. He could have been more impactful in the game instead of trying to get into people's faces and get people for technical fouls. I'm a low-key Draymond Green fan because I like the way he plays. But at the end of the day, 6.6 rebounds, 6 is not going to get it done. Draymond Green almost got how, if they want to win, he got to put up a number like 6 points, 10 rebounds with 9 assists, because when you look at that statistical category, that means if he got that many rebounds and that many assists, normally they win. But when he's under that average, they lose him. Klay Thompson, he didn't do anything. He was absent in the second half. He was all go in the first half, 8 points, came out, all systems go, 3, 4, 11, and they take anything. Because the whole thing they was trying to do was get Steph Curry inserted in the game. Steph Curry he was absent. He was 1 from 8 from the 3-point line. He had 16 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. So, like I said, what Houston did, they attacked the rim. They guarded the 3-point line. And they got their threes up. And they didn't let up. They didn't let up. And the reason, too, they didn't let up, the fans behind them in Houston, in the Toyota Center, didn't let them down. They kept cheering them on. Like I said, I'm gonna say this all the time till I turn black and blue in the face. Role players play the best at home. And what I mean by that, Eric Gordon had 27 points. He was 6 for 9 from the 3-point line. And they outscored the Warriors bench by 7 points. 38-31. Like I said, you get the bench guys going. Gerald Green come in, step it up. It's the little things that count when you get points from. I don't care if you got 2 points. You got to chip in to keep the pressure on the Warriors. The Warriors type of team, if they down by 18-19, you pretty much got to where you want them because they know they're going to come down and chuck up a lot of threes. Once they get down there chucking up a lot of threes, this is more rebounds for you guys to get back down because now they want to play. You making them play your game now, fast pace. They can play fast-paced basketball, but the whole ordeal is when you got them down, they're going to try to shoot their way out the game, shoot their way into the game. They shot their way out the game. That's what happened last night. You cannot do that because this team already comfortable. Now they already got things going. They already in their set. The fans is behind them. There's no way that they was going to come back and win this game last night. And some parts of the way, I'm going to say middle ways in the fourth quarter, with like 5 minutes to go, they quit. They quit. As I'm sitting there watching, I'm like this at home. I'm watching the game. I'm like, okay. I'm like, Golden State at least got one more running. They can at least get the lead, at least down to 10 or 8. They quit. They quit. They quit. So I'm gonna say, and it's sad because I think Steph is really hurt. They just got him out there because they keep the other team defense honest. That's a good way Steve Kerr doing because he got his team out there playing possum. They trying to highlight Steph Curry on defense, but there's no way around it. He has to guard someone. He has to check someone. And like I said, something's wrong with that ankle or that leg because teams are just taking him to the rack. This 2 games in a row he hasn't had a good shooting performance night, and that's the reason why I got the Rockets winning in 6. Like I said, Warriors lost this game 105-127. The series is tied up 1-1 as they go back home to the Bay Area. All the Rockets got to do is win 1 game on their floor. If they can win at least 1 game on their floor, you talk about a change of an atmosphere. If the Rockets can win 1 game on the Warriors floor, and possibly can win another one, if they can take this series up 3-1, you talk about the Warriors, the defending champions, playing with their backs up against the wall. And the reason I'm saying that because I like what I seen last night. But before people say, yo, you know what we're talking about, before this even happened, that's explaining why this can happen. I'm going to give you the reason why it probably won't happen. If the Rockets come out like they did in Game 1 and go to Oakland for Game 3 and play like they did in Game 1, they have no chance. But if they come out like they did last night in Game 2 and carry that same energy over to Game 3 in Oakland, then you have a chance. You can't go in there like they got the game won. You have to take it step by step, possession by possession. Not like what I seen, because Trevor Ariza normally he wasn't a no-show in the first game. Last night, 6 assists, 19 points. Hitting every threes. He had this one pass from James Harden. The defense just collapsed. He had a straight, easy dunk down the middle to the cup. It was nothing but was no white jerseys in sight. And normally, the Golden State Warriors is a team that moved the players over into the right position on defense. But he was wide open. They was getting more threes. This team, the Rockets last night hit 16 threes. They shot 48% last night from the three-point line. And the Warriors only hit 9 of their threes. Like I said, outbreak game. You know I'm always tough on this guy, but I'm going to say him for last. But like I said, Eric Gordon had 27 points, which I thought played stellar. He wasn't tense out there. He was letting them fly. This is the Eric Gordon that I've been seeing the whole season watching basketball games. Like I said, if you don't have the NBA League Pass, you can get that, man. It's not a bad thing to have. Like I said, you go watch all the teams in the league when your favorite team is not playing. That's how you pick up on other teams and see what other teams is progressing at. Look at that Eric Gordon. He played with a different chip on his shoulder because he know he was absent. He didn't show up in game one. That boy came out to play last night. He was letting him go. CP3, when I was watching him last night, being the quarterback of the team like you always do, gonna be that pit bull, gonna be that thorn on the side of your leg. 16 points, 6 assists to go along with 3 steals. The quarterback gonna get the job done, man. You got to trust in Chris Paul, man. He just bring a different dynamic to the game, whereas with James Harden can still get off, but at the same time it take pressures off the both of them. And that's what I like about their backcourt. But the whole ordeal is, can this team and that backcourt come with that same energy in game 3? Can they do that? It's easy to say it, but the hard thing is to go out there and duplicate that same game. Can they replicate that same game and translate it over to game 3? That's what you're going to see. Can Mike D'Antoni get them boys rally up again to pull off that? Like I said, you had James Harden who had 10 rebounds and 27 points, letting them go, attacking Chris Paul. Attacking Steph Curry, attacking everybody, going to the hole on Kevin Durant. This team here, all they can do is stick to their guns. When the threes is not hitting, man, you can attack the hole on the Warriors. Most teams don't do it. That's the reason I'm giving the Rockets the edge to win this series, because they have the intangibles to attack this team. And their weakest is of their front court. You got to attack. You got a small lineup and attack it. Because 9 times out of 10, you got the best free throw creator out there, James Harden. He can initiate the contact. Just go to the hole. And Clint Capella had 5 points, 10 rebounds on the glass. You do not give extra rebounds to the Golden State Warriors. I tell people this all the time. You give them extra rebounds, they turn their offensive rebounds into long 3-pointers. So once I seen them on the glass and getting them extra defensive rebounds, that's why I knew at that point in time that the Warriors had no chance of winning this game, because you have to have a body on someone and box out. You hear coaches say it from day one, box out. Make sure the opponent don't get the ball. You have to box out. And I like when I seen from last night on the defensive glass. Box out, get the rebound, let's go set up our offense and let's get buckets. And that's like I said, I saved the best for last because I'm always critical of this guy ever since the playoffs first started. I hope he's watching somewhere. PJ Tucker, like I said, it's no hard feelings because I know what this guy's capable of. PJ Tucker. Like I said, it been some games he had no points. It be some games he had 4 points. It be some games he got 2 points. But last night, PJ Tucker, 5 from 6 from the 3-point line. 8 from 9 from the field. 7 rebounds. 22 points. Way more aggressive. Like I said, the reason I was critical of this guy, I said this guy have all the latest retro shoes. You know what I'm saying? They millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to them. They got the best clothes and stuff like this. Best attire. He comes to the game all swagged up. He's dripping out there. But his game wasn't dripping over to the basketball court. But last night, his clothes, his shoes, everything must have felt better, because I know when he got done with that game, I knew the food tastes better. But he dripped. He came with that sauce on the court last night. Letting the fans know he's here. He must have heard Tate Wiz talking about him. If he did, kudos to you, my brother. You got the job done. You got the job done last night. When PJ Tucker is playing like that, and Trevor Ariza is playing like that, and Eric Gordon, tough. That's a tough matchup from anybody. Long defenders out there that can get buckets. When those three are playing at their best, and especially PJ Tucker, who played like that, who played lights out, and they better get that boy some love this morning on TV. Don't put it all on Eric Gordon and James Harden. I want to hear a Trevor Ariza shout out. I want to hear a PJ Tucker shout out because I'm calling like how I see it. Them boys played lights out last night and they got the job done. PJ Tucker came and delivered. But like I said, game 3, going back to the Oracle. Can those 3 guys, I'm going to call them the 3 amigos, can Trevor Ariza, PJ Tucker, and that guy Eric Gordon, can they come with that same passion and fire and intensity? Can they do it? That's all we want to see. We want to see hustle, desire. But to beat that Warriors team, it has to be all hands on deck. You got to play them for the full 48 minutes of basketball. You can't play them for 47 minutes and 59 seconds. The full-pledged 48 minutes. You got to stay on Clay, and you definitely got to guard Steph. If you want to beat the Big Four, you got to take 2 of the guys away. You know KD's going to get his regardless. Draymond Green pretty much can get 6 to 9, 10 points. They can still win. But you got to at least take 2 of the 4 away. You got to take Steph Curry away, and you got to take Clay away. The main shooters. You take the main 2 shooters away, now it's just KD trying to create, and you got to get other people to do stuff, to take them out their element. But y'all know who I am. I'm Tay Wiz. I'm broadcasting live and direct for the Man Cave as usual. Peace.